You guys remember the show House? I don't watch a lot of shows religiously, but this is one that I did because I thought it was incredible. It's about this tortured genius doctor with a bum leg who's a badass and an atheist and a Vicodin-popping loner. But he's basically the best in the world at diagnosing cases that other doctors can't get. Here's a couple clips from the show if you haven't seen it. This is House talking about religion.
Welcome to the house of the Lord.
There's nothing in this universe that can't be explained, eventually.
Faith. That's another word for ignorance, isn't it?
Faith isn't based on logic and experience.
You talk to God, you're religious. God talks to you, you're psychotic. Isn't it interesting that religious behavior is so close to being crazy, we can't tell them apart?
Sister Augustine believes in things that aren't real.
I thought that was a job requirement for you people.
You really think the guy who created heaven and earth cares what you put in your digestive tract? Rational arguments don't usually work on religious people. Otherwise, there would be no religious people. Because you can tell me that you put your faith in God to get you through the day, but when it comes time to cross the road, I know you look both ways.
You're an atheist.
Only on Christmas and Easter. The rest of the time, doesn't really matter.
And that's why religious belief annoys you. Because if the universe operates by abstract rules, you can learn them and you can protect yourself. If a supreme being exists, he can squash you anytime he wants.
He knows where I am.
Awesome show. Well, in the news today, we learned that there was a case in Germany in 2012 that doctors were having a really, really hard time diagnosing. The patient had severe heart failure, but he did not have coronary artery disease, which is the most common cause of the condition, and what any good doctor would say immediately, that's probably what it is. And he had a weird mix of other symptoms, like loss of sight and hearing, hypothyroidism, and fever. Well, one of the doctors recognized the list of symptoms as very similar to a patient on an episode of House. And they successfully diagnosed the guy because of the show. That's incredible. So he had what's called cobalt poisoning. It's a heavy metal poisoning due to an abnormality in his prosthetic hip. And I guess some of the metal got into his blood and was causing all those symptoms and was leading to heart problems and this and that. And they took care of it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And it's funny because when I would watch the show, I would think, are they actually, like, saying shit that's real to doctors? Like, if doctors hear that, would they say, fucking amateurs? Like, because I know, I'm a golfer, for example, so when I watch, like, Happy Gilmore or The Greatest Game Ever Played or any of the golf movies that have been made, all three of them, but they always do something stupid that you wouldn't do on the golf course that you're like, can you get some fucking better people who play golf in there to make the movie realistic? Or I play poker also in the movie Rounders. It's a classic movie, but there's so many things they do at the table that you don't do when you really play poker, especially Texas Hold'em. And I get mad at stuff like that. I'm like, is this right? Like, I don't know. But since I don't have any training in medicine, other than when I recreationally take drugs, I probably know more than the average person because of that. But I would always wonder, are they saying stuff that doctors, know? Can a doctor watch that and go, oh, this is an interesting case? Or would they say this is all mumbo-jumbo and garbage? And I guess the reality is it's real stuff.